This copyrighted telecast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Nevada. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Nevada and Learfield.
Hello and welcome to the latest iteration of Wolfpack All Access presented by Champion Chevrolet. I'm Mike Stephenson. We have a plethora of all things packed to get to, starting with a massive week for Nevada hoops. The Wolfpack first making its final Mountain West trip into one of the country's most hostile territories, the D. Glenn Smith Spectrum in Logan, Utah, home of the conference-leading Utah State Aggies. A 14-1 team returning home to 10,000 plus after cracking the AP Top 25 for the first time this season, coming in at 23. After a frenetic start, the Wolfpack would settle in, turning an early 5-point deficit into a 2-point lead with 6 minutes before halftime. But those 6 minutes were dominated by the home team, with the Aggies finishing on a 10-2 run, taking a 6-point lead into the locker room. Nevada would show its fight in the second, storming out of the break and making it rain from downtown. A trio of three-pointers would help the Pack build a 44-40 lead with 12 minutes to play. But then the tide turned again. In less than 3 minutes after that, the Pack's 4-point advantage was back to a 6-point deficit as Nevada then went cold, hitting just 3 more field goals the rest of the way and shooting under 35% for the game. The Pack was led by Corey Camper Jr.'s 14 points. Elijah Price added 13 points and 11 rebounds, but powered by Mason Falslev's 26 points, Utah State improved to 8-0 at home, 15-1 overall, 71-62 the final.
I told the guys, really proud of how hard they played. I thought we really competed. That's a hard place to play. It's a great environment. Somebody said they had 4,000 students here tonight. It's a really, really good basketball environment, and they've got a very good team. And I thought we had them on the ropes a couple times, and their crowd did a terrific job of getting them, over the hump in the last 8 minutes. But I told our guys, we competed, we fought, we just we made some ill-advised passes that were ill-timed, and then we gave up 7 points on my pet peeve, and that's free throw blockouts. But all in all, I thought our defense was better. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but a lot of good things came out of that.
The Silver and Blue then stayed on the road, going from Logan to Colorado Springs for a Saturday afternoon game at the Air Force Academy. It's a contest we had for you live on Nevada Sportsnet, with these highlights delivered by BTX Logistics.
Against Miles Walker, instead whips a cross-court feed into the corner, 3 on the way, got it! Eli Robinson near half court. Going to work on Lucas Hoban, swings it right side, jump stop in the lane. Man, what a gorgeous take there by Tayshawn Comer. And again, Nevada trying to take advantage of the shakiness here and able to do so, forcing a turnover on the steal out of the hands of Hoban. Here come the Wolfpack the other way. Bailey, nice take off the square, scores it for 2 more. It is now a 14-0 run. Looking to drive into the paint, kicks it, Weems, extra pass, finds Camper for 3, good. Falcons turnovers in just over 7 minutes, but a turnover here by Nevada in response. Falcons headed the other way. Greenberg trying to get through traffic, kicks it back for a Sanders 3, yes sir! Since the San Diego State game on December 17th, as that 3 in response is good from Camper. A turnover here. Comer the other way, and he'll lay it in. And the type of stuff that something like that provides is a turnover off of the press and an easy layup for Corey Camper Jr.
Yeah, there was a horn inside, and the officials chose not to stop it there. That was interesting. Now Hines got himself in trouble.
And another trap there against the sideline, and another turnover right into the hands of Camper. Another easy bucket for him.
Yeah, Nevada's trying to put.
You're not going to get all 15 back in 5 possessions, more than likely, and there's a turnover, the 13th of the game for Air Force. Miles Walker pitches it back, wide open. Amir Robinson got it. With 12, but extremely efficient. 5 of 6 shooting is now a right side 3 from Camper. That one's good. Man, Corey Camper Jr.
So hopefully they're getting a little more comfortable. Obviously, Lucas Hoban's more comfortable out there today.
Into the paint, good contest by the Falcons, but Bailey, in fact, they're going to be a factor throughout this season of the Mountain West Conference.
They absolutely are, and one of the main reasons they're going to be a factor is that head coach, Steve Alford. He's doing a great job again for the Wolfpack.
Our effort again was tremendous. We weren't concentrating the way I liked in the first 8 minutes, but after that, we had some guys really step up and put together some really good minutes, and we're banged up. Obviously, Joel's out, TR's out with back spasms, just pretty depleted, and I thought some guys really stepped up. I thought the bench was really good. I thought our defense, other than the last 2 minutes when the game was over, we put together some really good stops, and we dominated the paint, we dominated the backboard, and I'm really pleased with this effort to go on this trip and get a split. Now we just got to get home. It's a very, very quick turnaround for San Jose with a lot of stuff going on. So we got to make sure in the next 2 days our guys get rest and we prepare the right way.
Nevada now sits at 13-5 overall, 5-2 in the Mountain West. The Pack returns to Lawler Event Center for a Tuesday night game against San Jose State. Later in the show, we'll check in on women's hoops, which started the week on a 3-game winning streak. We're also sitting down with new soccer coach Jeremy Evans to learn more about his path to the Pack. But first, we're getting in some laps with a long-established and long-successful hometown product on campus. It is swim and dive head coach Brendon Bray when Wolfpack All Access continues. We are back on Champion Chevrolet's Wolfpack All Access. It is arguably the most consistently strong Wolfpack program, one that for the past 10 years plus has been led by a one-time local standout swimmer himself, turned a now top Division I coach. Our Zach Larson recently sat down with Swim and Dive's Brendon Bray.
How did you get into the sport?
Yeah, well, I grew up in town, and my parents got me in swim lessons like a lot of kids would be, and kind of stuck with it, kind of bypassed some other sports I was doing, like basketball, things like that.
And then you went to Reno High, won 3 state titles there. When did you know swimming was going to be kind of like this thing you're going to do even after high school?
Yeah, I didn't identify it necessarily as a coach right away, but I was a leader on my team in college. At Reno High, we were really successful. I think every year we were there, we won the state championship. The experience, that success was really motivating to me, and I liked the culture that I was in. But I'd like to see you out a little bit faster. So 100 kick build.
And then you got to go to San Diego State for a long period of time and was assistant there. What did you kind of learn there that you've taken through your journey?
Yeah, I had a great experience down there, and I think in the time I was there, we were the conference champions, 2 of those years on the Mountain West, and I think we were the runner-ups most of the other years. And I think it really kind of taught me the type of culture that leads to elite performance and kind of a championship mindset.
And then you got your first head coaching gig at North Texas. What was that like?
I love the culture in Texas. I loved my time at North Texas, but there's not many people out there that can claim that they're working in their Division I dream job in the town that they grew up in. So my parents live a mile from my house. My son goes to the same elementary school as I do. You were really starting to look good in your breaststroke, though. I may have been the only person that was in current Division I head coaching that was from this town, and I know that before I came here there was some transition in the coaches before me. I think they were looking for somebody who was a little more invested in the program. You want to make an impact, to make a lasting impact, right? So that's the kind of impact that I wanted to make. Okay, 600 every 4th 50 kick.
Well, you've been here 10 years now,
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. What has it meant to be the head coach of the University of Nevada?
Yeah, well, it's really special to me because I think growing up in the community, it's not just about like being part of the program that you grew up in. Like, I'm trying to do a lot of things that I felt like could have been part of this program that I was looking for as a youth, right? I feel like my job is to leave it better than I came to, obviously, but also to create more of a connection into our community so that this program has value to the department, but also has value to the community and the people in the community. route ground of 10 on 40 will give you a good idea of like where we are. Every year has been an evolution of kind of championship mindset, and we've always had talented athletes here. We've always been really competitive at a high level. I think what I'm trying to do is create a culture where people want to be part of something much bigger than themselves and want to be part of something that they're impacting the team. We probably want to re-target your time. Does that make sense?
For you personally, what do you want to accomplish here before your time's up with the Wolfpack?
I'm very competitive. I want to win. Like, I want our program to win. I want our team to feel that winning. And I want badly for us to experience what it's like to win a Mountain West championship and be in the top 25. And those things are obviously something that's important, but that doesn't connect with the average person. Performance, top thing, I think about it every day, right? But ingraining our program into the community, like, that's something that then lasts beyond my time. And that's the sort of thing that creates value, and that's the sort of thing that people, I think, can kind of hitch their wagon, their cart to.
Many thanks to Coach Bray for the time. He and the Wolfpack have a big duel on deck at rival UNLV this Friday. Coming up on Wolfpack All Access, Nevada's women taking their 3-game winning streak on the road, facing a new conference foe. We've got highlights and reaction next. But first, here's Chris Murray with This Week in Wolfpack History, brought to you by Bradley Drendel and Janae.
On January 15, 1994, Ethan O'Brien tied the Nevada men's basketball record for assists in a game. In a 98-85 win over Big West rival UC Irvine, O'Brien posted 16 assists, tying the mark previously set by Billy Allen in the 1980s. Those 16 assists remain a school record, with O'Brien adding 3 more games with 14 assists. During his 2-year Wolfpack career, O'Brien was one of Nevada's most beloved players, earning all-conference honors in both seasons. O'Brien's 7.7 assists per game over his career are the second most in Wolfpack history behind only Allen. A former Harlem Globetrotter, O'Brien was inducted into the Wolfpack Hall of Fame in 2021, and last November was awarded by the city of Reno, which named a day in his honor.
Hey, thanks for sticking with us here on Champion Chevrolet's Wolfpack All Access. I'm Mike Stephenson. Nevada women's hoops entered the week with nothing but wins in January, taking its season-high 3 in a row to Phoenix for a meeting with new Mountain West program Grand Canyon. And this was a back-and-forth battle. After falling behind by 8 early, the Wolfpack would rally to a late second-quarter lead and eventually trail by just 1 at halftime. It was late in the third when things went awry. Up 42-39 with about 2.5 to play in the third, Nevada was then outscored 26-9 in the game's final 12 minutes, including a 19-9 disparity in the decisive fourth quarter. The Pack's winning streak ends with the Antelopes, 65-51. The Silver and Blue then returned home Saturday, taking a second straight loss at the hands of Fresno State, falling now to 7-11 overall, 3-5 within the Mountain West Conference.
I thought we got frazzled with the pressure. You know, we came out of timeouts, drew a play, and people went out and had no idea what they're doing. And I just, credit to Fresno State, because I think their pressure bothered us, and we were not able to, stay locked in and focused. And so it's a good learning opportunity for us. We'll get to play them again at their place, and so we'll know a little bit more what to expect.
We haven't been as connected as a team. You can kind of see it in our games. We become disconnected. I think we try to play a lot of ISO ball towards the end of the game when shots aren't falling, and I think that is a big issue.
Nevada now goes back on the road for a Wednesday game at San Jose State before a big rivalry showdown with UNLV in Reno next Saturday. Meanwhile, the Nevada ski team kicking off its season with 2 events over 4 days in Colorado. The Pack's efforts were highlighted by Erica Lynch, who tallied a 9th place and 2 5th-place finishes in total between the slalom and giant slalom. The Silver and Blue now hosts its next event, starting January 31st up at Mount Rose. We've got more on that later. And don't look now, but spring sports are off and running, with women's tennis starting its campaign in Los Angeles this week, followed by the men getting things going in Azusa, California. Their home debuts will not come until March. But there is plenty of track and field to see around here. This week, the Pack hosting the Nevada Invitational at the Reno Tahoe Indoor Track. One of the highlights, Annalise Kalma setting the school record in the 300. As for what's next, it is the Wolfpack Classic and Combined event. That'll be the first week of February right back here in Reno. Next on the show, the Wolfpack All Access debut for Jeremy Evans as he tries to turn Nevada soccer into a winner after doing a bunch of winning up in Lake Tahoe. Our visit with him is coming up.
What's up, y'all? It's Elijah Price from Nevada Men's Basketball, and I'll be answering 5 rapid-fire questions. LeBron James. Kobe Bryant. My basketball. Phil Jackson. Get a lot of sleep.
It is Champion Chevrolet's Wolfpack All Access. Athletics Director Stephanie Remp did not have to look far for Nevada's new soccer coach, heading just up the road to nab Jeremy Evans from the shores of Lake Tahoe, where he first won state championships at South Tahoe High School before dominating the West Coast's junior college scene at Lake Tahoe Community College. Our Chris Murray recently got to know Coach Evans inside our NSN studio.
Just this opportunity to coach the University of Nevada soccer team, I guess, what did that mean to you? Why was that something that interested you?
Yeah, I would say I've eyed this program for well over a decade. You know, my time as a sports writer here, I got to know a lot of the soccer people. I've seen soccer grow in this area, seen soccer grow in Las Vegas. So then by the time I got to the Lake Tahoe Community College job in 2015, I had a pretty good idea of the state soccer, you know, the level. And Lake Tahoe Community College became one of the best programs in the country. I don't want to say I'm the reason why, but I mean, the coach does matter. But the reality is Reno and Las Vegas players were the reason why Lake Tahoe become one of the best teams in the country. So I really got to understand the local landscape. I've always seen University of Nevada as a special place. I do think that is the most beautiful campus in the conference. I think that there could be a little stronger connection with the local community. And so I think as a program, I've had many coaches in Division I circles tell me, Jeremy, you get that job, you can do something, right? So I've always thought you could do something special here.
So it started in 2000, that program, but only 2 winning seasons. So obviously there's not a lot of proof of concept that there's been winning. I guess what makes you believe that it does have that potential to go out there and be in championship caliber?
Yeah, I think one thing that makes coaches always successful coaches or unsuccessful is they're kind of always on that boundary of delusional and crazy, right? But also supremely confident, right? So I know there isn't a history of winning here, just those 2 winning seasons. But I can't spend my time focusing on that, right? Because I got to prioritize what I do. And so I think the big thing that I have had success at Lake Tahoe, people said, oh, you can never win there. It's a small community college. It's the smallest one in the state. And here we are within a couple of years ranked #1 in the country, beating the Titans of California JC, but just hard work, recruiting, and a bunch of under-recruited kids from Nevada, essentially, right? So I just have supreme confidence, just not in myself, but my players and my staff. And we don't really focus on talking about winning much. We really focus on the process of winning. And when you get players that buy into that process, step by step, special things can happen.
So I guess, how does your familiarity with the region, with the university, kind of maybe give you a leg up to run this program?
Yeah, I think that's the story that really kind of just tells my story, if you will, is I covered Nevada athletics a little bit. I mean, generally preps, right, when I was a sports writer, but the reason why it took the Nevada Appeal sports editor so long to offer me the job is he was looking at University of Nevada journalism grads. And I thought, well, what's so special about this place, right? And so I would go and cover, and I saw the campus. I'm like, wow, this place is special. They do have a great J school. And so I was a little more humbled, like, oh, that's why it took so long. They had to get through their first couple choices, right? And then just being in the prep scene, just getting to know all the coaches. Obviously, I was younger back then, and getting all the girls soccer coaches, boys soccer. And I just saw the culture slowly develop over time. So I think I have a great appreciation, not just for the area, but for the people that make up the area.
Our thanks to Coach Evans for stopping by. You can see that full chat at nevadasportsnet.com. And next week on All Access, we'll introduce you to new volleyball coach Jason Borchin. Coming up now, though, how our local preps can snag free basketball tickets. Stick with us. It is nearly time to say goodbye here on Wolfpack All Access, but first, some messages from the university. Limited spots remain for the Bobby Dolan baseball dinner. It is Thursday, January 29th, inside the Reno Ballroom downtown, with 11-year MLB veteran Eric Burns, this year's guest speaker. Snag tickets over at NevadaWolfpack.com, and also there, local high schoolers can get free tickets for this Tuesday's men's basketball game against San Jose State. Just head to the Buy Tickets page and put in the promo code HIGHSCHOOL26. And women's basketball's next When I Grow Up game is coming up February 4th at 10:30 a.m. Any interested teachers in the Washoe County School District should check with their principals if you want to attend what is always a fun contest. And finally, get ready for the home debut of Nevada skiing as the Pack hosts the Nevada Invitational at Mount Rose January 31st through February 3rd. Admission is free. Did you get all that? Too bad it's time to say goodbye. Thanks as always for joining us here on Champion Chevrolet's Wolfpack All Access. I'm Mike Stephenson. We'll see you next time.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.